Good morning, children. Welcome back. Class 5 Mathematics. Hope all are fine, children. So let us start the class. As I told you in our previous session, that we will be going on taking one textbook problem and doing it. Okay, children. So now the next one. So you can see on the board that there is a table from page number 1 of your textbook. Yes. Page number 1, there is a table. In that table, you can see, just let me just go on with the table. Name is given, country is given, wickets are given. Muralidharan, he is from Sri Lanka and he scored how many wickets? 1347. Shane Warne from Australia, 1001. Anil Kumble from India, 956. Kapil Dev from India, 687. Walsh from West Indies, 519. So these are the countries and the wickets of the players. Now we have a first question here. Who has taken the highest number of wickets? Who has taken the highest number of wickets? First question. Who has taken the highest number of wickets? Highest number of wickets from the table. Who has taken the highest number of wickets? So firstly, let me write down the wickets here, children. Solution: 1347, 1001, 956, 687, then lastly 590. So now you can see the numbers. To find out the highest, what you have to do, you have to see the digits first. So what is the highest number of digits here? Firstly, these are the 3 digits. So don't consider 3-digit numbers. We have to concentrate on 4 digits because 4 is more than 3. So here itself we got the option. We have 2 options. 4-digit numbers are 2. 1347 and 1001. And now in between these two, which one is bigger? How you will check it? So firstly we'll check the thousands place. In thousands place, what is there? This also it is having 1 and this side also it is having 1. So both are same. Okay. Now check the next place, hundreds place. It is 3, it is 0. From 3 and 0, which one is big? 3 is big. So now this whole number becomes big. One by one, each digits will check it and will compare the digits. The bigger digit will become the whole number, will become the highest. Okay. So what is the highest number here? 1347 is the highest wickets. And this highest wickets is scored by whom? Muralidharan. He is from which country? He is from Sri Lanka. Yes or no? So this was our first one answer. Clear, children? Highest runs are scored by Muralidharan. He is from Sri Lanka. Now let us see the second question. What is the second question? So what is the second question, children? How many more wickets has Kumble taken? How many more wickets has Kumble taken than Kapil Dev? More wickets. What did I say you, children? For more wickets, what will we do? As I told you, more. More means what? The keyword more is used for what? Yes, we have to do the subtraction. Whenever they are saying more than, yes, that time we will do subtraction part. Okay. So the B question, how many more wickets has Kumble taken than Kapil Dev? How many more wickets has Kumble taken than Kapil Dev? Than Kapil. So children, as I told you, more than means what you will do here? Subtraction part. So firstly, Kapil Dev, how many wickets has Kapil Dev taken? So let me do the solution. Kapil Dev is equal to 687. 687 wickets. Then what is the next person here? Anil Kumble. Anil Kumble is equal to 956. 956 wickets. Okay, children. So more than means what? Subtract. More than is subtract. So as you know that we'll subtract the bigger number from the smaller number. So here the bigger number is 956. 956 minus 687. So let us do the subtraction part. Write the numbers below each other. Okay, 3-digit number, both are 3-digit numbers. Ones place one side, hundreds place, tens place. Okay. Okay. So firstly, 6 will go in 7? No. So 6 will not go in 7. 6 becomes 16. And space, tens place, hundreds place. Numbers should be written below each other, children, and the answer also in the same line. Okay, so 6 will not go in 16, 6 will not go in 7, so we have to make the 6 as 16. Borrowing, 5 will become 5 minus 1 is 4. Yes, okay. So now let us do 7 minus 16. 7 after, stop till count, start counting from 7 and stop till 16. Okay, so 7 after, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So how many dots I got it here? 8, 4 plus 4, 8 plus 1, 9. So here it is 9. And then come to the tens place. 4 minus 8. 4 will go in 8? No. So the 4 will become 14. Again the borrowing part. 9 minus 1 is 8. Yes. So 14 minus 8. Start counting from 8 and stop till 14. 8 after 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So how many dots are there? 6. Yes. Okay then. 8 minus 6. 2. Yes. So what is the answer we got it here? So how many more means? How many more wickets has? How many more wickets has Anil Kumble taken than Kapil Dev? So how many more wickets we got? 269 more wickets. 269 more wickets Anil Kumble has taken than Kapil Dev. So this is our P1. So now let us do the C1. So what is our C question, children? Look at your textbook. How many more wickets has Kapil Dev taken? How many more wickets has Kapil Dev taken than Walsh? Yes. The same type of a question here again. So C1. How many more wickets? How many more wickets has Kapil Dev taken than Walsh? Okay. So firstly, the wickets of Kapil Dev. Wickets of Kapil Dev is equal to how much? Is equal to. So Kapil Dev how much, children? 687. Walsh how much? 519. So wickets of Walsh are 519. So more than means what? Subtract. More than means subtract. Yes. So let us do the subtraction part. So 687 minus 519. So 100 tens. Firstly 687 minus 519. Yes, written with the problem. Now let us do the subtraction part. 7 will go in 9. No. So 7 do the borrowing. 7 will become 17. 8 minus 1 is 7. So 17 minus 9. So how much? So start. So start counting from 9 and stop in the 17. So 9 means how much, children? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So how many dots are there? 8 dots are there. How many dots, children? 8 dots. So in the ones place, you have 8 as the answer. So 7 minus 1 is 6. 6 minus 5 is 1. So what is the answer you got it here? 168 wickets. So how many more wickets, children? So it is 168 wickets. More Kapil Dev has taken than Walsh. Yes or no, children? Got it. Okay. Now let us do the next one. Write the ascending and descending order of the wickets. Write the ascending and descending order of the wickets. Write the ascending and descending order. So what is ascending order, children? small to big. What is descending order? Big to small. So from first class onwards, we are learning this point. Yes, now you are perfect with this word. Ascending means small to big, descending means big to small. So write the ascending and descending order of ascending and descending order of wickets. Ascending and descending order of wickets. Okay, so firstly, let me write all the wickets. What are there in the question? Okay, let me make a note of all the wickets which are there in the question. So wickets are, so get back to the solution. So solution. So wickets are 100, 1347, 1001, the next 956, the next 687, the next 519. Okay, children. So now ascending order. Ascending order means what, children? AO. AO means small to big. So now just to look at the numbers here. 4-digit number, 4-digit number, 3-digit, 3-digit, 3-digit. So small number will be of 3-digit. So now we have to concentrate on these 3 numbers. Okay. So in these 3 numbers, firstly we'll check the hundreds place. Here 9, here 6, here 5. So which is the smaller number? So smaller number is 5. So first small number is 519. So this number is completed. So now secondly, again 3 digits still to are remaining. So 6 is the second smaller number. Yes, 687. Yes. The next one, what is the remaining 3-digit number left out? Yes, children? 956. So now 3-digit numbers are completed. Now you have to go through the 4-digit number. In 4-digit number, what you will check first? Thousands place. Thousands place, both are 1. So now just to go to the move on to the next place, hundreds. 3, 0. Is this smaller? 0 is small. Yes. So this number will come first. Yes, 1001. So 1001. So what is the number remaining now? 1347. So this is the ascending order. Ascending order is nothing but small to big. We got it? Now the next one, descending order. Descending order means what? Reverse of ascending order. Descending order is big to small. So now just to come over to the last. What is the bigger number here? 1347. Yes. Change the arrows. The next number is 1001. The bigger number will have the open sides and the closed side will be on the smaller number. The next, what is it? 956. Then what is the next one? 687. Then what is the next remaining one? 509. So yes, we got the ascending and descending order of the wickets. Got it, children? Just you have to write the ascending and descending order of the wickets. Then what is the next question? What is the name of the bowler who took 687 wickets? Yes, from the question itself, you can identify and say that. What is the name of the bowler? It is Kapil Dev. Yes or no? It is Kapil Dev who took 687 wickets. So now let us move on to the next question. This was a word type question. Okay. So the next question, show the number of wickets taken by the bowlers in the following number line. Yes, so we have to show the number of wickets. So what is our question here? Key question, show the number of wickets. Show the number of wickets taken by the bowler in the following number line. taken by the bowler in the number line. Yes or no, children? Okay. So this is our question. Now that means what? Firstly, let me draw the number line. Okay. Yes. So this is a line. In this, you can see that all the numbers are ranging from between 500 to 1500. Okay. So I'll mark the numbers on the number line between 500 to 1500. So I'm starting from 500, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000, 1100, 1200, 13, 14, 15. Yes, because our the last biggest number, what is the biggest number? 1347. So it is inside 1500. Okay, so let me stop over here. Now let me start marking. Okay, so what is the first number? Firstly, let me write down the numbers. What are the numbers here? 519, 1347, 1001, 687, 956, 519. These are all the wickets or the numbers. Now, starting from the 1347. So, firstly, 1347. So, you know that 1347 lies in between 1300 and 1400 and 1300 and 1400. So, it will be 47. So, this 1307. Got it here? Okay, somewhere around here. Okay, the next one, 1001. So 1001. So 1000 is nearer to 1000. 1001. 687. So 687 lies in between 600 and 700. Yes. So now 687. So 87 is more than 50. Yes. So more than half. Okay. The next is 956. What is the next one? 956. 956 lies in between 900 and 1000. 950 more than 50 days. So more than half. 956. Got it? Then the next one is 590. Lastly, 590. So what is the next one? 519. Yes, children? Okay. So 519 lies in between 500 and 600. So 519 is here. Got it, children? Okay. So you can see that I have represented all the wickets on the number line. Yes, and you can see the difference between the each numbers. Each is the same units. Yes, here also I am getting 100 units, 100 units, 100 units, 100 units overall till the end. It is 100 units. Yes or no? Yes. So the distance between them should be always equal. When you draw a number line, the distance between one unit, one number to the another number, between the gap between them, the difference between them should always be the same. Then only you can take that number line. The next one, you have some estimation type of problems. What is estimation, children? As I told you, estimation is nearest to the answer, but it is not the answer. Approximate value of the answer. Yes, round figure. Yes, that is reason we learn rounding off the number to the nearest. Yes, rounding off the number to the nearest tens, hundreds and thousand. For this only we learn to get the estimated value. So estimation means what, children? Approximate values. Okay. So rounding off to the nearest. So what is the first question here? About how many more wickets has Muralidharan taken? About how many more wickets has Muralidharan taken than Kapil Dev? Okay. Firstly, what is the question here? A question. This you have to write the estimated value. Estimated about how much, or else if they say you the approximate value, rounding off to the nearest value, these all things are the same terms. Okay, when the question is given this type of things, you have to round off the numbers to the nearest hundreds, tens, or the thousands. Okay, so firstly, about how many wickets, about how many more wickets, how many more wickets has Muralidharan taken, has Muralidharan taken than Kapil Dev, than Kapil Dev. Okay, so estimated value you have to find out by the term itself. The question about means estimation. Yes, this is an estimation problem. And then how many more? How many more means what? Subtraction. Okay. So now firstly, what are the wickets of Muralidharan? 1347. This is Muralidharan's. Okay. Then what are the wickets taken by Kapil Dev? Kapil Dev has taken how much? 680. Okay. So now we went on with the wickets of both the players. Now rounding off to the nearest 1000, because it is a 4-digit number. So let me round off to the nearest 1000 or 100. So if I go on with the hundreds, I'll get it here as nearest to 1300. Yes, estimated values can be done orally in your mind. Okay, so 687. What is the nearest to 687? It is 700. The nearest 100 is 700. Because rounding off to the nearest hundreds, you will check the tens place. Yes, your tens place is 8. 8 is more than 5. So you will go to the greater side. 600 lies in between 600 and 700. So the greater side is 700. And the next one is 1347. Rounding off to the nearest hundreds, again you will check the tens place. So tens place is 4. 4 is less than 5. So 1347 lies in between 1300 and 1400. So the smaller side is 1300. Because 4 is less than 5, we will round off to the smaller side. Smaller side is 13. Got it, children? How we got the answer? Okay, now orally you can do it, children. So 1300 minus 700. So 13 minus 7, how much? Yes, the same in the oral answers. So you'll get 16, 600. So how many wickets? So this is the estimated value. That means approximate value, not the exact, approximate value. Approximately. Okay, 600 wickets. Understood? The next question, about how many more wickets has Muralidharan taken than Kumble? About how many more wickets has Muralidharan taken than? So here in the second position, the player is changing Kumble. Yes. So Kumble is how much? How many wickets has Kumble taken? So again, the same type of question. About means you will do the approximate value. Many more wickets means the subtraction part. Is Muralidharan. The wickets of Muralidharan are 1347 is taken by Muralidharan. Anil Kumble has taken how many wickets? 956. So Kumble has taken 956 wickets. Now round off to the nearest hundreds. So 1347. You have seen it now. It is 1300. Yes, 956. So 956. What you will check here? Round off to the nearest hundreds. So the same way in the hundreds place you will check the tens place. So tens place is 5 or more than 5. Round off to the more number, greater side. So greater side is 956 lies in between 900 and 1000. So the greater side will go to the 1000. Okay children, so we got it. Now orally do the subtraction part. 1300 minus 1000. How much you will get it? So 1300 minus 1000 is 300 wickets. And 300 wickets is the approximate value, not the exact. Okay, children. The next C question. How many more wickets has Muralidharan taken than Vaughan? Who is Vaughan? So Muralidharan is 1300 wickets and Vaughan is 1001 wickets. So just to change in the question here again. So, how many more wickets has Muralidharan taken than Vaughan? So, the same type of question, again the estimation problem. So, Muralidharan is 1347 and the round off value of 1347 is 1300. And Vaughan is how much? Vaughan is 1001. So, 1001, if you round off to the nearest 100, 1001 lies in between 1000 and 1100. Okay, so now check the what you will check the tens place. To round off to the nearest 100, you will check the tens place. Tens place is 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 means you will round off to the smaller side. Smaller side is 1000. So smaller side is 1000. So now find the values orally, do in your mind. 1300 minus 1000. How much did you get it? 300 wickets. And 300 wickets is the approximate value, not the exact. Got it, children? Okay. So this is the problem which is there in your textbook, children. Don't worry, I'll give this one in your My Class Campus app. You can go on with the answers, okay? Along with the definitions. The next one is the table, children. There is a table there. You can see that. Why tables are used? Tables are used to make the counting of the numbers as fun, and it is an activity based. Just let us just go overview of that table. Okay, children? So what is the table there? You can see that 1 to 100 numbers are written. Yes, 1 to 100 numbers are written in the table. And from that table, certain boxes. In that boxes, whichever box we are selecting, whichever rows and columns we are selecting, okay, a square type of a box. That means if we have 3 columns in one side, like okay, so you can see that the next one is a box. In that 1 to 100 numbers are written. In that box, some numbers are selected. What are those numbers? 63, 63, 64, 60, 5. Then 53, 54, 55. Then 43, 44, 45. There is a box selected. Okay, this is the box which is selected. So you can see that each number beside is the next number, and here it is 3 rows are there. Yes or no? 3 rows are there and 3 columns are there. How many columns are there? 3 columns. Here also 3 and here also 3. So in these rows and columns, you can observe one thing particularly. So the distance between each number is only 1. Yes. So these are called the diagonals. Yes, diagonals in a sense in a straight line. And you can see that 54 is becoming the middle number. 54 is becoming the middle number. Okay. So middle number as it is having the same distance towards all the numbers. Okay, children. So now, so you can use the order property and frame some numbers and do the addition and subtraction so that you can make the counting of the numbers of fun. Okay. It's an activity based to enjoy yourself. Okay, children. Okay. So what will I take here? So 63 plus 9. What will I get? So 63. So this side I am going on. Yes, 63 plus 9. So what I am getting here? 54. So if I go on in the same way, if I reverse this one. Yes, what is there on the other side here? 45 minus 9. What will I get? 54. Yes or no? So 45 minus 9. I'll get 54. So if plus 9 I'll do 54, minus 9 I'll do 54. That means the order property. This is the order property, children. Okay. So when you reverse the binary operations, it is equal distance to prove that it is of equal distance. Okay. Just to understand, one side if you do addition, the other side automatically will do the subtraction part. The next one, 53 minus 1 is 54. Then here 54 plus 1 is 55. It is understood. Minus 1 this side means it is plus 1. Yes. So 43 minus 11. So if it is minus 11, 54 it is. Then plus 11 will become 65. Yes or no? Then again, 44 plus 10. Then 54 minus 10. Sorry, children, it is 54 plus 10 will give you 64 and 44 minus 54 minus 10 will give you. So 54 minus 10 will give you 44. Got it, children? So if you do from this side or that side addition means it is automatically understood. From this side it is subtraction. Okay. So now the sum of all the diagonals are equal. So what are the diagonals? So these are the diagonals. These are the diagonals. Now let us see whether the sum is equal or not. Okay. So this is the remaining. You want me to check it? So let me check it. So 63 plus 45 plus 54. How much? Do the addition part. 63, 45, 54. So how much, children? 5 plus 4, 9. 9 plus 3, 12. 2, 1 carry. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 4, 11. 11 plus 5, So 11 plus 5 is 16, 162. So now 63 plus 45 plus 54, this one. Okay, so now 53 plus 54 plus 55. 53 plus 54 plus 55. So let me add it and check it. 53, 54, 55. So 5 plus 4, 9. 9 plus 12. 9 plus 3 is 12. Yes, 2, 1 carry. So 5 plus 5 3 is a 15. Yes, 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, 15 plus 1, 16, 162. Got it? Yes, 162. So this is just a fun, children. Simple way. Okay. So by this, your class is completed, children. You can make some more type of problems from this puzzle. Okay. It is only for your entertainment. Activity based problems, so that the calculations becomes easy. Okay. Thank you, children. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.